Hey everyone, Lauren here, and this is In the Know Green Living. One of the key elements of living a sustainable lifestyle is knowing how much and what type of waste you produce so that you can actively try to either reduce it or eliminate it. But let's talk about trash. Why is it even bad? When we throw something away, it never actually goes away. It sits in a hole in the ground, breaking down using anaerobic digestion, which is digestion without the presence of oxygen, which releases methane, a more powerful greenhouse gas than carbon dioxide over a 100-year time frame. Landfills are bad because they also leach toxins like pharmaceuticals into our water systems, so every single bit of waste we can keep out of landfills really counts. So you want to start reducing your waste, but have the question, how do I start? One way to start is to research what is and is not recyclable in your area, as different states and different cities have different guidelines. Estimates say that about half of what Americans throw away is recyclable, but they might not even be aware of what is and what isn't. The easiest way to find out is to check your neighborhood's municipal website to look up the types of plastics, glass, and paper that are accepted, as well as the proper way to prep them for pickup and disposal. One great place to start is to learn what the different recycling symbols mean so that you can make sure you're putting the right product in the right bin. If you are recycling, one amazing thing to do is to make sure you clean and empty all of your bottles and containers to make sure that they end up in recycling and away from landfills. Even though there are some items like thin plastic bags that you can't recycle in your curbside bins, did you know that in some states it's actually legally required for places like grocery stores to have the bins that allow you to drop them off so they can be sent to recycling? This includes other products like plastic wrap and films, shopping bags, batteries, and even electronics. There are some items that might not be traditionally recyclable but could be eligible for recycling through a program like TerraCycle, whose motto is to recycle everything. Recycling is amazing, but one way to make it a little bit more fun could be to make some cute and decorative signs to help you properly separate your recycling. A hot tip is that you can make these labels out of literally everything, even trash. This one is actually made from an upcycled can. Honestly, who doesn't want a sign that says trash? I feel like I should wear this proudly. Recycling isn't the solution to everything, but it does benefit the environment in a lot of ways. It diverts hundreds of millions of valuable materials from landfills, and it also avoids millions of metric tons of greenhouse gas emissions annually, leading to healthier air and cleaner waterways. Recycling also reduces the need for sourcing raw materials through mining and logging, and saves the energy used to produce these new products from raw materials. Reports also show that recycling and reusing creates jobs while also generating local and state tax revenues. So now that we've talked about packaging waste, let's talk about food waste. About 20 to 40% of our household trash is actually food. Instead of throwing food into the trash, which results in methane emissions and overfilled landfills, one of my favorite things in the entire world to do is composting. Composting helps to restore nutrients back into our soil, which makes them healthier and hold water more efficiently, and it decreases the dependence that farmers have on synthetic fertilizers. One thing to note is that nothing actually biodegrades or goes away in a landfill. When you put food waste into a landfill, it breaks down using anaerobic digestion, which is digestion without the presence of oxygen. When that happens, it releases methane gas, which is about 100 times more potent of a warming gas than carbon dioxide over a 100-year time frame, which is something that just doesn't happen if you let food waste biodegrade naturally. To compost here in New York City, I use this amazing compost bin from Package Free. It's compact and it's durable, and you don't have to worry about smells that you might think come from putting your food into a bin. One thing that stops people from trying to compost in the first place is this fear of bugs or pests getting into your home. But if you put your food waste into the trash anyway, and you don't have bugs, it shouldn't be a problem. But if you're still worried, you can keep your food scraps in the freezer until you send them to compost. I know that it can seem super overwhelming to think about a problem as big as climate change, but by taking simple steps and actions each day that add up, we can actually create a really positive impact on the environment. Small steps add up and make a difference, so no matter what, always remember that you're an agent of positive change. I'm Lauren, and this is In the Know Green Living. Head to intheknow.com for more videos like this on tips and tricks to live more sustainably.